Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're all here to take a look at the Monday Market Coin Report for the week ending September 29th, 2019. I am your host, Sean, with BlueRidgeSilverhound, and thank you for joining me wherever you may be. And yes, a prominent Washington Quarter Registry set does indeed auction off. We're going to talk about this set, talk about some of the top selling coins from this Washington Quarter set, and kind of a market reaction. How is this going to change the market? Whenever a registry set leaves, okay, one has to wonder, will there be someone else that's going to take over a new set, build it from scratch, or is this just going to be another lost registry set and this individual decides to retire from it just entirely just retire and leave the game. So we're going to talk about that as we go through it. But anyways, yes, a very busy kind of end of September. The whole month was actually kind of a blur. A lot of things happening in the market. Of course, the San Antonio Missions Quarter is one of the top drivers of the modern coin market so far in the last 30 days, that it is kind of pushing the overall market, just pushing it in all various levels, and it's really nice to see a nice, healthy coin market. So let's go ahead and jump into the, what I like to do, as always, go ahead and jump into an eBay sale that sold this past week, and actually this one did sell on the 13th, so it's a few weeks old, but it's worth mentioning. Just giving you guys, some ideas to bounce off the wall of coins that it doesn't matter what condition they are in, they sell for a lot of money. So what we have here sounds like a Washington Quarter, a 1943 that was found in bulk silver. And this individual had it slabbed by Annex. It came back as AU55 details. It has some sort of environmental damage on there. I don't know if it was a dug coin or maybe it was subjected to some sort of chemical cleaning of some sort, a dipping, agent, and it just ate away at the coin a little bit. But this one right here, if you guys are not familiar with some of the chase doubled dies that exist during the 1940s and even into the 1930s of the Washington Quarter, you are sorely missing out on a huge opportunity. This particular doubled die obverse is what is the number third die pairing type. It's FS103, the third major double die, but this one right here is the most expensive doubled die, and then with good reason. Take a look at these close-up photos here. This thing will make you go blind, all right? But this one right here sold on eBay for $2,400. Again, it's a damaged coin that turns out is still worth a few $1,000s. Now, if it graded out clean AU55, we'd be talking about a $5,000 coin all day long. But there you go. Search your silver. You never know what you're going to find. This is one coin that I'm sure just came right out of just junk silver, and it turned out that it'll pay it'll pay for a couple mortgages, I'm sure. But that's the one eBay sale I wanted to talk about. And then let's go ahead and jump into the great collections listings, of course starting with the smallest denominations, the pennies. And we have a 1985 Lincoln Memorial set. This one right here is a PCGS Mid-State 68 Plus, full red. This is the top grade of this coin. PCGS has assigned 8 coins in a 68 Plus with none finer. Okay, so this is as good as it gets for now. But this one sold for $1,575. This is an easy kind of registry set inclusion for one of those power play kind of Lincoln set collections. Okay, so this is a really, really nice coin. I got nothing bad to say about it. I'm sure it presents even better in person. So the next kind of like 2 or 3 coins I wanted to talk about is kind of a wake-up call regarding the high-end graded coin market. And it really revolves around probably the registry set, kind of like participation aspect of the whole thing. I mean, are we completely topped out with registry set participants? Because to even put a registry set together of Lincoln sets, whether you're just doing memorials or you're running the whole gamut of the last 100 or so years of Lincoln sets, it's not a cheap endeavor. It costs many thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. But we're beginning to see a change in the market based off of this all of a sudden ramp up in new coins that grade out at the highest level. Okay, case in point, here we have a 1953S Lincoln Wheat Cent. This one is a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus Full Red, CAC certified. So the CAC gives it that extra bit of kind of like extra value, because a third party kind of like authenticator that kind of I don't know, just make sure that these graders are assigning the correct grade for these coins. You know, it's like double grading almost. So the CAC audits the grader, you know what I mean. But this coin right here is a POP 29. It's the finest graded, okay, a 67 plus full red. You could hardly go wrong. None finer, but it's sold for $956.25. Now, I've said and I've told on probably the last 4 or 5 of these Monday market reports that, you know, you got to be careful if you're kind of like indulging in the grading part of this, because people are like, you know, they're really easy to like just send coins to PCGS in the hopes that one of them will come back 67 plus. But at the end, is it all worth it? Okay, especially you can't be a one-trick pony, send one coin, have it come out the perfect grade. Usually these folks are sending a dozen coins, 20 coins, 30 coins. So they're investing a lot of money on the submission costs. So as this top pop number kind of inflates, all right, the prices of these things drop, because it's just more of them that you're infusing into the market, and there's less of a demand. When it comes to registry sets, there is a ceiling, okay? You're not going to have hundreds of people engaging in registry set collecting through PCGS or NGC. So that's kind of where the tough part is have we hit that ceiling? And I think we're pretty close. Usually when a coin like of this grade drops under $1,000, that's a telltale sign right there. It's not at all indicative of the market, but you know, it's just an oversaturation of this particular grade out there, and we've seen it here in the most recent 90 days or so. Just these San Francisco mint mark, early 1950s Lincoln cents have been coming up to the market in droves. So that's that one there. The next one that I wanted to talk about is a 52S. Same boat. This is a 67 plus full red through PCGS, CAC certified, POP 31. So there's 31 graded at this level with none finer. This one sold for $901.12. Same exact scenario. You just can't ignore stuff like this. You got to be careful if you're looking to invest in these coins. Now, this might be kind of like an opportunity, but there's no certainty, because what if another 10 coins come out at this grade? You know, you're going to be holding on to a coin that's going to continually lose value because there's more of them that's going to be available to you. So that's the 52S. Oh, by the way, check out that die chip. You know, in the past, some would say that that was an inadvertent placement of a Denver mint mark, and it's not. It's just a die chip right in the 2 of the date. So the next coin, and another one that's going to further drive home the, you know, exactly what I'm talking about, is this 51S. Don't get me wrong, all 3 of these coins are absolutely stunning. They got that smooth, silky surface. You know, you can even see kind of like that that grease haze that normally comes this way from the mint. So obviously these coins came out of like brilliant uncirculated rolls at one point, in order for them to still have this grease film on there. But this one is a 67 plus full red, CAC certified. Top hop with 39 at this grade. That's quite a bit. Zero finer. And this one hit rock bottom, $880.88. There you go. Be careful if you're getting into trying to get this coin graded. The prices are going to continue to drop, all right, as more of them hit the market. So, but on the contrasting end of all this, all right, I wanted to talk about the 1943 steel cent, okay, a coin that has been forever etched in history as that one-shot, interesting, wartime efforts and just, conservation of the copper alloy. So they made these steel cents. These things are still popular. Okay, there's quite a few of them out there in the register or the population reports. This is a PCGS Mint State 68 CAC certified, and this one sold for $3,378.38. Really nice, really collectible. People want these. People want 4 or 5 of these at this grade. These will continually sell because of what they are. So I have one nickel to talk about. It's not really all that modern, but it's worth mentioning. It's a 1948D Jefferson nickel, so it falls a few years short of what I consider to be postmodern or post-1950 modern era. But this one right here is just pretty. This is a Sunset Collection Provenance piece. It's a PCGS Mint State 67 Plus full steps. It's QA certified. That's similar to CAC. But the toning is stunning. All right. The images probably don't show all the details of this coin the way it's intended. The steps look kind of weak on this one. I'm hoping that that's the case, that this one looks better in hand. But this one sold for $2,032.88 this week. Really nice coin. I would be fantastically impressed to own this in my collection. So we do have another Sunset Collection Provenance piece. It's this 1949D Roosevelt dime. Again, another stunner. Color sells because it shows the originality of the coin since day one. This is a PCGS Mint State 68 full torch, so it's fully struck, QA certified, and of course the toning is just a blistering hot white mess of awesomeness on here. This one sold for $1,350. Again, toners sell very much hot in this market today. All right. So for you cherry pickers out there who particularly love going through newer dated proof sets, I have a good one here for you. Okay, I've never had any success finding this variety, and I tell you what, I have probably been through 100 or so 1990s proof sets. These are the clad ones. This is a Washington quarter that exhibits the doubled die obverse. It's also known as the FS 101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. And this is a PCGS Proof 69 Deep Cameo. You're going to see the diagnostics come up here in a moment. And it's going to exhibit some pretty nasty doubling on not only the date, as you can see here, but the mint mark will also be doubled. Keep in mind, in 1990, the U.S. Mint included the mint mark as part of the master die. All right, so whatever doubles on the coin, so will the mint mark. Whereas previous to that, you just didn't see that. But anyways, the reward for a cherry pick of this caliber at this grade is $759.38. I mean, what else can you say? Impressive. Really nice sale right here. So we do have another quarter. Before we get into the actual registry set collection that did sell this past week, we have a 1982 Philadelphia Washington quarter. Okay, again, a coin that you don't typically see on here, but this is one of the tougher dates. If for only the reason because there wasn't any mint sets produced. So finding gem BU rolls or individual coins for that matter is really difficult in today's market, and you're going to be paying a boatload of money for such an item. So this one right here is a PCGS Mint State 67 that sold for $1,133.62. There you go. Another nice bomb for you. So coming up over here, we have the registry set that's sold. This is actually an NGC registry set. Um, Most of you probably aren't even aware that this one even existed, especially if you don't follow registry sets. But this is the Ploughman registry set. Okay, that's the namesake that was given to this particular collection. And there were a number of coins that did sell through this that I wanted to talk about. So we have two here. The first one is a 1954D example that, or actually a 1959D. Let's take that back, a 59D. There is a 54D on the list. We'll get to that here momentarily. But a 1959D, which is an NGC Mint State 67, sold for $1,819.12. So there's still quite a bit of market activity for these type of coins. Obviously, this is a high-profile registry set that was probably top of the class. So we're going to feature a few of really nice, exceptional examples on here, albeit quite a few of them with original crusty toning, much like this 54D that you see here. This one is another Ploughman registry set piece. This is an NGC Mint State 67. This one is, of course, in the older original holder is what they call it. Of course, you see the toning. This one sold for $1,140.75. This grade here and this particular date and mint mark is not super rare. So, this is a pretty good market for this particular coin. So we do have another Ploughman that I wanted to talk about, and it's this 52S. Okay, this is an exceptional example. This is an NGC Mint State 68, fully toned, beautiful, and this one sold for $2,170.12. So before we kind of continue on, all right, so these are a couple of the top sells of this collection. And what usually happens again is that, someone will decide, okay, I don't know how old this person is or what their kind of circumstance, revolving around, kind of continuing on this set or stepping away from it. But usually people will leave a registry set and sell it for a couple reasons. Okay, the first one could be that they're done. They feel like they've maximized what they wanted to do with that particular set, and they want to go ahead and move on to maybe another series. Okay, something older, another denomination. This is something that I've seen quite often on PCGS Collectors Universe forums with some of those seasoned veterans that participate in that registry program. Another reason is health. Okay, this person might be far enough along in their life that it's okay, I'm kind of done with it. I've gotten all the enjoyment that I could out of doing this, and I just want to go ahead and sell it, cash in, so that way my loved ones don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's another great reason. I've seen that on a number of occasions as well. And the third option is the one that you hate to hear and just kind of talk about, is they need the money. A certain event in their life happened and they need to cash out. So I've seen this on a few occasions as well. Usually it's medical bills and things of that nature that pop up, and that's why people sell the registry set. So that's the three main reasons. And then from this point forward, okay, we do have one person that has dropped out of this Washington Quarter registry set, albeit it's a pretty big absence. So what happens here? Well, someone eventually, hopefully, will pick up and go ahead and try and assemble another registry set in lieu of the Ploughman. So anyways, that's the Ploughman kind of registry discussion there. We do have a few more coins to talk about before we talk about the big bomb of the week. And we have a 1965 Special Mint Set Kennedy half dollar. Now again, going back to cherry picking some of those special mint sets and proof sets, this is the coin you're going to have to look out for. This is an NGC Mint State 68 star, and it is also a cameo coin. Cameos are few and far between in the special mint set world, but this one is really clean, very exceptional. This one sold for $1,625.62 this past week. Pretty nice example here, and again, keep an eye out for it. So we do have one Franklin half dollar. There were a number of them that sold this past week, you know, for pretty nice numbers, but I elected to choose this one because it is one of the few mint-state coins that you'll see on the list. All the other ones were proof, cameo, deep cameo, you name it, kind of like expensive. But this one right here is an NGC Mint State 67 with full bell lines. Pretty tough date for that strike designation. It, of course, has that kind of subtle pastel-like toning to it. Kind of on the dark side, but it's nice. It's original. This one sold for $1,532.25. Pretty cool coin, and one in which we'll go into another registry. Sounds like a broken record, but you know that's what's going to happen. Now, out of left field, okay, we have this 1972 Eisenhower dollar. Okay, some of you probably not a fan, but this coin is huge, all right? And the quality on these things are kind of subpar at best if you were to try and locate a kind of like a mint state example. I mean, we could all agree these coins are so big that they are literally a bullseye for nicks and scratches and bag marks and you just name it. So a PCGS Mint State 66 might seem and appear like a pedestrian grade for this coin, but you know, on the contrary, this is actually a high grade for this example here, especially a 72. This is also the Type 1 reverse. This one sold for $2,307.38. Pretty nice coin, albeit a kind of clean example of a coin that you traditionally don't see of this grade level. So, yeah, American Silver Eagle. I've enjoyed talking about at least one, and so why not talk about the key to the series? And that's the 1996 dated Silver Eagle. Okay? Some of you probably, you know, Silver Eagles were so popular, a lot of you probably already know that the 96 date is the key. It's low mintage, you know, it's fun. It can be had in kind of like this condition without grade, you know, for like 60, 70 bucks. Okay, to some people it seems expensive, but it is the key date of the whole entire bullion series of Silver Eagles. This one, however, is an NGC Mint State 70. It's perfect. It's the top grade that you could ask for this coin. So how much did it sell for? Well, it sold for $2,615.62. I can only imagine how much this coin would sell for if it was in a PCGS plastic slab. Probably another $1,000 on top of that. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is what a perfect graded key day coin sells for, when all it was to be intended for is just bullion, because everybody else was doing it, and that's why the U.S. Mint decided to go about the Silver Eagle program. Pretty interesting. So we are going to go ahead and close it out with the big sale of the week, and I'm happy to say this is a Ploughman. Of course, the Ploughman set is what kind of drove this market this past week, and what we have here is a 1952D Ploughman X Registry set, NGC Mint State 68. Of course, it's toned like all of them are, and this one sold for $9,282.38. Truly marvelous number. And there you go. I mean, if you're at all interested, take a look at the other Ploughman coins. There were a few of them, but this was the big sale of the week. All right, and there you go. That's it. As quickly as 24 minutes can go by, we are done with the Monday market report for the week ending September 29, 2019. Well, we have 2 short days, and then we are going to be officially on the back quarter of 2019. It's going to be balls out, nuts, crazy in the coin market from here till January 1st. So I invite you guys to continue to check out some of the amazing, awesome reports that I have coming up for you. We're going to talk about coin roll hunting stuff, in case you guys are interested in that. But I want to thank you guys for joining in on the coin report for this week. I'm your host, Sean, with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for instant notification, and make sure it's set on public, all right, so that way you do receive it. Some people don't know that, but that is the case. So you guys have a pleasant Monday. Don't work too hard. Have fun. Enjoy collecting and hunt for that next piece of treasure. You guys take care and have a wonderful day.